Hey ghouls, hey! So the first thing I'm going to do is glue down one of my eyebrows. It could be either one. I chose my right side. This is going to be the side that's going to have that pentacle or pentagram. So one of you corrected me and I think it is a pentacle. Either way, this is going to be my evil side. So I'm going to glue down my eyebrow using this glue stick, and I always get the purple glue stick because you can see when it dries. So first I layer it all over my brow, I comb it out, then I take the back side of the comb and start pressing it down, like really pressing my brow down to make sure it's nice and smooth. And I kind of bring the brow area up and almost stick it to my forehead, if that makes sense. My brows are really long at this point. I did not trim them just because they are easier to glue down, I find, when they're a little bit longer. You can get them nice and smooth and kind of direct them where you want them to go. So I am going to do a couple layers here, but you want to make sure the glue is completely dry between layers. That's why I like the purple glue stick. It turns clear when it's dry. So that's what I'm doing there. While that glue was drying, I decided to do my other brow. This is going to be my glam cheerleader side, although it's still a little bit on the goth side. Who am I kidding? So I'm using Benefit Cosmetics Precisely My Brow Pencil. Just going to be filling in my brows here. Next, I'm going to carve out my brows using this concealer by the Balm. It's the Time Balm Concealer in the shade Lightest Light. I'm going to be carving my brows out using this concealer brush by ABH Cosmetics. And of course, that concealer product is on it. I'm going to run this underneath and over the top of my brows to get a nice, crisp, clean brow. To set my brows, or just my one brow, I guess you could say, I'm going to be using Benefit Cosmetics 24-Hour Brow Setter. And I'm just going to comb this through my brows. Next, I'm going to prime my lids using the Kat Von D concealer in the shade Light 1 or L1. It's one of the two, and I'm going to blend it out using a beauty blender. And here I'm using a dry beauty blender because sometimes a damp beauty blender will shear it out a little too much, and I want a nice even base here. I don't want any patchy areas or anything like that. And I'm setting this with this Too Faced powder that I'm actually trying to get through, and it is really old. I probably shouldn't even be using it on my face, but now you know. Anyways, now that my other brow, the one we glued down, is nice and dry, I'm going to put this powder foundation. This is the Kat Von D powder foundation. I'm not sure of the shade, but I will put it in the description box for you. And I'm patting this all over my brow, making sure I get a nice layer over the top. And I'm pressing down instead of dragging the product because I don't want to start picking up any of that glue. Next, I'm going to be using the Milk Makeup Concealer in the shade Cream. I'm going to put this all over my brow area. And if you're wondering why I'm putting this over powder, it's because the glue was still a little bit sticky. I mean, it was dry, but it still has that little sticky texture. So I didn't want to put liquid right on top of it because I was afraid it would break down. So I put that powder down as kind of a buffer between the liquid and the glue, and then I'm going to go back in after the concealer with more of that Kat Von D powder and press this onto my brows. You can see here they're almost completely covered at this point. Okay, now I'm going to start mapping out my pentacle situation. And to do that, I'm going to be using this lid. You can use any sort of lid, or if you want to cut out a little circular stencil, or if you just want to eyeball a circle around your eye, go for it. I'm using a brow product for this. It's almost like an eyeliner, but for brows, and it's from MAC. You can also use any other brow pencil or a concealer pencil, whatever you want to use to map out your pentacle. For the star on the inside of the circle, I'm just kind of eyeballing it here. You can, of course, use a stencil or whatever you want to do, but I just thought I would eyeball it because I really wanted to see all the lines of the pentagram. You can make the star as big or as small as you want to. You can make the star fit perfectly within the circle, or what I did is I like the points kind of outside of the circle. So as I did my lines, I kind of was dragging them outside of the circle a little bit, and then just drew a star per usual. And the good thing about mapping it out is if you don't like the direction the shape is going, you can always use a makeup wipe and kind of wipe it off. It's not like you're using latex at this point. Also with my lines, I did not focus on making them too straight because this is going to be a scabby look. So you kind of want the lines to be a little bit more jagged anyways. So don't worry about making the shape perfect. It's supposed to look kind of scabby and crusty and stuff like that. Moving on to the fun part, I'm going to be using liquid latex for our scab situation. If you do not want to use liquid latex or you don't have any, you can skip this part and move on to the next part and you'll totally be fine. It is optional. I'm going to be pouring this liquid latex into a little bowl. And I'm also going to be using little cotton balls. This is going to be our scab, like where it's kind of lumpy and gross. This is actually just our scabs. So I just pull little pieces of cotton from the ball and then I roll it between my fingers until I get a long, thin scab. Basically, is pretty disgusting and graphic, but hey, what can you do? And then I just continue to make my little scabs until I get a little pile of more scabs. Using this small concealer brush from BH Cosmetics, I'm going to dip into that liquid latex. I'm going to put this on, you know, that outline we did earlier? You're going to be so glad you did that because I'm going to put this on one of the little legs of the stars, just kind of with the little concealer brush. Then I'm going to take one of those cotton scabs we made earlier and I'm going to place this right over that wet latex and just kind of press it down a little bit. I'm going to make sure it is secured to the latex, but I'm not going to press it down too much because I don't want to flatten it completely out. I do want it to be a scab still, so I want to make sure it still has a little bit of oomph to it, you know what I mean? Same thing here, just following the outline of the star that we already made. We already did that, so we're just going over the lines that we made already with latex and then putting the cotton over, or putting our cotton scabs over the areas where we put latex. So here once again. I'm going to fast forward it here in a minute, but I just wanted to talk through it one more time. Here I'm putting down my liquid latex with my small little detailer concealer brush and then putting my cotton scab over that wet latex and making sure it's nice and secure without pressing it too flat. I want to keep some of that scabby, we want that 3D look, that 3D Gore Town look. That's what we're going for. So I'm just kind of tapping it on to make sure it's nice and secure, but not like a flat worm. So here I'm just working on getting the star done first. So once you are done with this step, it should just look like a cotton star. All right, so once we got the pentagram or the star done, I'm going to take the latex and just put a layer over all of that cotton that we just laid down. And I apologize for whatever focus issues are happening here. I'm trying to edit over it, but my camera was wigging out. I don't know if it was my spiderweb background or what, but I apologize for the trippy action that's happening here. I guess it goes with the Halloween vibe, but whatever. Anyways, just putting a layer of latex all over the cotton that we just laid down. I'm also making sure that I get some of that latex on my skin and kind of blend it into my skin a little bit, just so it doesn't completely peel off. If you don't give anything for this to grip onto, like your skin, it will definitely start moving around and peeling off throughout the night. So moving on to the circle part of the pentacle to complete this shape, I guess you could say. I'm just putting down the liquid latex on the circle that we mapped out earlier, and then laying down our cotton scabs that we also did earlier. Then once I get the cotton down, I will put the liquid latex over the circle area. So over anywhere where we put that cotton scab on that circle shape is where I will put that liquid latex. So while the latex is drying, I'm going to go ahead and work on my glamorous cheerleader side. I'm going to do a red and black kind of smoky eye. So to start off, I'm going to be using the Sugar Pill Love Plus eyeshadow. This is a red eyeshadow. Pulled a little bit pink on camera, but it is a red eyeshadow. I'm laying this down using a dense, it's one of the brushes from my favorite BH Cosmetics brush set that I will link down in the description box, my favorite brush ever. Then I'm going to go in with a clean Morphe M433 brush. I'm just going to make sure this is all nice and blended out since we kind of just laid down the color first. Next, I'm going to use the NYX Jumbo Pencil in the black shade. I'm not sure what exactly it's called, but basically we're just going to be laying down a black base. You can use a gel eyeliner. You can use, I like the NYX Jumbo Pencil. I think it rules. I'm going to put this on my eyelid area and then I'm going to blend it out using this brush, once again from BH Cosmetics. It's that same brush set that I love. And then I'm going to go into a black eyeshadow. I'm going to be using this shade Noir from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette. This black eyeshadow is so good. It is so good. Anyways, I'm going to lay it down first by just patting it all over the area we put that jumbo pencil or gel liner or whatever base we put down. And then I'm going to go in with this small blending brush. This is from that BH Cosmetics set, my favorite one of life. I think it's like a $10 set too. Seriously, my favorite ever. Anyways, I'm going to use this small detailer brush that came in that set, dip it into that black shade, and work this into the crease area. Then I'm going to go back into that Sugar Pill shadow, that Love Plus shadow, and I'm going to brighten up that crease even more and kind of continue to blend the shadows together. Next, I'm going to tightline using the Sephora waterproof retractable eyeliner. I'm going to do the Possessed method because it is oh so appropriate right now. I'm going to curl my lashes, put on some mascara. This is the e.l.f. Volume, some sort of mascara. It's all right. I like it. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Milk Makeup Foundation in the shade Porcelain and Fair. I'm mixing them together to get that perfect shade. And here I'm putting the foundation everywhere except for on the liquid latex because I'm just going to take on the pentacle all at once. So for now, I'm just working on the cheerleader side still. So I'm literally putting foundation everywhere, like all over my face, forehead, on the side of the pentacle, but not on top of it quite yet. For concealer, I'm using the Milk Makeup Concealer in the shades Porcelain and Fair. And I used a lot of concealer. That's a whole lot. But I wanted to look dead and alive all at once. I don't know. I was trying to find that right Dead Alive shade. Anyways, going to set my under eye area with that same Too Faced powder that I used earlier. All right, so now I'm going to start working on covering the pentacle. I mixed together the Porcelain and the Fair Milk Makeup Foundation shades once again, and I'm applying this using a beauty blender. So you see here that I'm just completely covering the whole pentacle area as well as my eyelid, my under eye area. I want all of that to be washed out because I'm not putting on any lashes or anything like that on that side. I will be putting in contacts, but that's later. I went ahead and quickly set my lid and my under eye area just so it didn't crease up while I was working on covering the pentacle area. So you'll see here that I stopped to do that, and then I am finishing covering the rest with the foundation. Moving on to the best part, which is the blood. This is the Bloody Mary scab blood. This is my first time using it and I absolutely loved it. I got this off Amazon, and I'm just going to take this little tiny detailer brush from that BH Cosmetics set I can't stop talking about, and I'm going to dab this all over the scar area or anywhere we had put that liquid latex and the cotton. That is where I'm going to put this blood. And I'm laying it down first, and then I realized that as you layer this stuff, like you can really get in there. It's like a gel blood. You can get in there and you layer it up. Ooh, see, it's like it clots. It's so gross, which I love it though. I know, seriously, it was like throwing up in my mouth a little bit, but I loved it. This is my first time using scab blood. Usually I just use the regular bottled stuff, but this stuff is a life changer, especially for any sort of gross, scabby cut thing you're going for. And especially if you're putting it over liquid latex, because what we created before with the latex and the cotton, it created so much texture and like kind of lumpy areas that the blood, the scab blood, kind of naturally clots in certain areas. It's so gross. It's so good though. Also, if you did not use the liquid latex because you didn't have any, or you don't want to, or you're allergic or whatever, no worries. You can just use this blood and cluster it wherever you want, and then kind of create that pentacle as you go. So the latex and the cotton adds more of a 3D element, like this texture, but you can just do more shading later and still get a 3D look to it. So I mean, it doesn't matter either way. This blood is so good. So yeah, just continuing to create our scabby pentacle by putting the blood all over our latex and cotton scab area that we created. So yeah. Going back into that Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette, I'm going to go into this shade Slate, which is just a gray beige eyeshadow. I'm going to use this on a pencil brush. I'm going to start creating a shadow or just shadow areas of our scab thing, scab pentacle thing. This is totally optional if you liked the look of it a little bit cleaner. I mean, obviously it's not clean. It looks a little gross. But if you don't like the shadow or the shading and you just kind of liked it before, you don't have to do the shading, or you can add as much or as little as you want. But I'm just taking this gray beige eyeshadow. Any gray beige eyeshadow will do. I'm just going around the pentacle and kind of creating just shadows throughout, on the outside, on the inside of the pentacle, and kind of made it look more infected, which I kind of love, and a little bit added some dimension to the pentacle. So you'll see here I just added some shadows and just kept going with it. All right, to finish up the cheerleader side, I don't know why I didn't just finish this earlier. I think I got a little too excited. I just wanted to get to that pentagram situation and get the blood going. Anyways, I'm gonna finish the under eye area by placing that Sugar Pill Love Plus eyeshadow all across the lower lash line using a Morphe M433 brush. Then I'm going to go back into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette, into that noir shade. And using a small detailer brush, I'm going to run this across my lower lash line. Then I'm going to use the smaller, fluffier brush from the BH Cosmetics set that I'm obsessed with. And I'm going to continue to blend this out, blow it out, and make sure there's no harsh lines or patchy areas. For my inner corner and brow bone highlight, I'm going to be using this white matte eyeshadow by Makeup Geek called White Lies. I'm going to put this on my inner corner, which I was literally gagging right there. It was so good. I love a cool tone white eyeshadow. It's so good. I'm also putting it on my brow bone. Anyways, putting that same e.l.f. mascara on my lower lash line that I kind of used earlier. And then I'm going to move on to bronzer, apparently. Going into the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, I'm using the lightest bronzer shade there on this contour brush from Real Techniques. And I'm going to get that cheekbone going. And, of course, my jawline. Got to make it sharp because we're all evil and stuff. For blush, I'm going to be using the Sigma Serene blush, which is my favorite of Life, which they also discontinued, which I'm super sad about. And I'm only doing this on one side, by the way, the fancy schmancy side. For highlight, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy Highlight, or Amrezy, whatever. I'm putting this on my cheekbone, and bam. For lips, I'm going to be using my favorite black lipstick of Life, which is the Lime Crime Black Velvet Velveteen. I'm just going to put those all over my lips. Lining them first using a lip brush and then just filling it all in using the wand, but it's all using the same product. For lashes, I'm going to be using my new favorite lashes of Life, which are the House of Lashes Natalia lashes. These are so good and pointy and dramatic, and I'm only putting them on one side, which makes it 500 times easier. So yeah. To finish up the look, I just did a quick half up, half down hairstyle and put in the bow clip that actually came with this costume from Dolls Kill. I also put in an all black contact that I got from Crazy Lenses. Anyways, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this evil cheerleader look and hope you have a happy and safe Halloween. I almost said Valentine's Day. What am I thinking? Halloween. It is our time, people. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. Say hey ghoul hey down in the comments box because you know I love talking to you. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you guys next time.